Good morning. This is certainly a trend we are seeing at some schools across the country with putting the phones away. In fact, just last week, the nation's second largest school district, LA Unified, voted to ban phones during the school day. So this morning, we're taking a closer look at Apache Junction and its move. We talked to the superintendent about why he feels this change is needed for his 5 schools.
When I walk around classrooms with my building principals and what I see is that students are, very much locked into their phones, not building relationships with their peers, not building relationships with their teachers, which is so important to improve the learning environment.
When Apache Junction students return to school on July 17th, just about 3 weeks away, Superintendent Robert Pappalardo says they now have to turn off their phones when they enter those buildings and keep them away and off throughout class. As for lunch and recess, that's up to each school principal. Pappalardo says if there's an emergency, parents out there need to reach their kids the old-fashioned way by calling the school, talking to the secretary, and being transferred to that kid's classroom. So what happens, though, if students aren't following these new rules?
I always tell my administrators, before you decide to give consequences, let's get to the root of the problem. Let's understand why the student is doing what they're doing first. So we have to have a conversation, right? It's always a warning first. Hey, please put that away. Let's be respectful for each other. Let's do those things before we go down the road of, okay, now we have to issue a consequence, because we need to understand what's going on. It's going to be a shift for some kids too.
Yeah, especially after summer and being on phones a lot. So what are other Valley school districts doing? We're going to take a look at a few of them. Scottsdale Unified tells me it does not expect its phone policy to change. Last year, the district started a Wait for Their Day when elementary and middle school students can't use their cell phones during the day. However, this does not apply to high schoolers. As for Paradise Valley schools, cell phone procedures are handled at the school and classroom level. The district tells me it does not anticipate changes for the upcoming school year. And finally, over in Gilbert Public Schools says it does not have a district-wide cell phone policy, but at a meeting just last week, the governing board discussed a no-cell bell-to-bell for all schools. That means phones would potentially not be allowed during class time. Again, this is just something that they are discussing. No official changes yet in Gilbert, but those changes happening, guys, pretty soon in Apache Junction. Will be interesting to see if other schools kind of follow suit.
Yeah, sure will. All right.
Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you.